Hello, everyone.
Hello, we have made it. We have arrived.
Hi there. Oh, we did. Here's Stacy.
Ha! 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 Thank you. Thank
You have no sound.
Can you hear me
Hi.
now?
Can you hear the rest of us?
Can you hear them? Can you hear us?
She could probably hear us because we're a
you hear
sound
me now?
source. Can you hear me now?
Hi, Kitty.
Good.
Kitty can hear me. Hi.
Now,
Hello.
Kitty.
Perfection. I hear all the hotties now. Hello. I think I saw a
lovely.
whole heckin' bunch of people pop in.
Oran be telling you what to do at the start of the game. Sounds like daddy to me.
Yes, Oran be daddy.
Exactly, daddy.
Oh.
Wait. You said
Thank you,
Oran, dang
Sky,
it.
for that wonderful
I thought you meant
reminder
Kamari.
that we're gonna get very distracted
No comment.
if we keep these sound alerts on. So I think we're gonna tone it down. We're gonna tone it down so that we can focus.
Debatably.
Too much chaos. Too much chaos. All right. So, y'all, I am Affector of Change. My pronouns are he, they. I am your dean this evening. Welcome back to episode 5 of the Frog Pond Academy. Tonight, we are going to get up to some cozy chaos. Maybe even chaos. Who knows?
Quesos.
Maybe queso. Queso would be good. I love queso.
Cozy queso.
Yum.
Cozy queso. Maybe that's my new secret identity that I'm going to come up with. I should steal that account over on Kick before someone else does. I am joined tonight by Emmy and Drew. Emmy, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Lorelei Havillard, a spoiled tiefling rogue. I had to think about my freaking class there for a second.
Speaking of.
What am I?
What?
We also have Plunge.
What?
Lana!
Well, that's me.
Hi, Lana. How are you? We have Plunge 87 with us in the house. Plunge, who are you playing?
I am playing Koreg, the turtle fighter,
Yeah.
who
The
is
turtle.
very excited to find the next mimic in the academy
All right.
by
I don't
tossing
think
axes
we're-
at every inanimate object.
Make a mimic check. Yes. Perfect.
Mimic check.
And
Thunk, thunk.
we also have with us Squid Monarchy. Squid, who do you play?
I play the gnome artificer and reinventor, Igor Nakanak. He talks very fast, he talks a lot, and none of it makes a whole lot of sense.
I originally thought Igor's last name was Igor Nakakok.
It is not, but thank you for saying that.
Oh, you're welcome.
I think Lorelei just has an obsession with fowls. Something's going on there.
She does love the cock.
She does.
I'm a foul person. This is
Off the tree.
You or Lorelei?
me. Like,
I
it
did.
just
That's
seeps,
anything to say
it
yourself.
seeps into a Lorelei.
I did make some assets that I totally forgot to add to the stream that gives you a little picture and description of each of the characters in the main cast, but I totally forgot to upload them onto my OBS. So they live over on my Canva account, and maybe I'll remember those next time. So I
What
will.
do they say?
Just a little background about you guys.
Oh, I'm curious.
Yay!
So I will for
Epic
now
Love.
list our PCs. We've got all of those lovely folks. If you're interested in checking them out, their streams are heckin' great. So feel free to give them a follow to see what chaos or coziness or queso they're up to.
Now I want queso.
All the queso.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All queso all the time.
Queso goes good with branches.
24/7 queso hot tub stream.
That reminds
Without
me.
the hot tub.
That reminds me. We need some of us who know easily still need to keep funding that hot
But
tub.
the hot tub's full of queso, and I just
It's full of
anything.
queso.
Ooh,
Mm.
I feel like that would
queso?
burn you.
It might.
Yeah, it would burn you a little bit, but it would still be tasty.
That's okay.
Also, I don't know. That seems like it'd be gross. Sorry.
Queso in a hot tub?
As long as no one's actually in the hot tub, I guess that'd be okay.
Yeah, if you've got like just a bunch of people with chips just eating the queso out of the hot tub, then it's not
Yeah, that
bad.
works. That's fine. That's fine. Just no one swimming in it, because then body parts.
Body parts. They be wild. And so I did not prepare a very long recap about our session because I did not have a chance to watch my VOD. So we're just going to go off the cuff and try to see together what we remember happened last time on the Frog Pond Academy. Anybody want to start before
Igor
I start
doesn't look
rambling?
back. You just switch forward.
We had our
We
first
went to our
day of
first
classes.
Yep. Y'all did go to your very, very first classes. Yep, that was something that happened. I'm pulling up your schedule templates right now just so I can see them.
We got in we raced something.
Frogs, yeah, we raced frogs at the academy. Weren't
Was
they
somebody
like
in
med?
chat taking notes from last session?
Do I take notes in any section? No.
Do we
I
look
usually
like the
do
kind
take
of
notes, but it's hard when I'm running a
But
stream.
that's why I addressed chat if chat was taking any notes, because we sure as hell weren't.
Yeah, we sure as shit know.
It's gonna be the cheesiest stream for sure. Oh no, Sky,
Sorry.
these puns. Yeah, you all made it to your first class, but that was not before there was a very, very intensive combat
So intense.
where
With
we
all
had
the frog hopping.
bathroom
to
combat.
race
There
into
was
the
bathroom
bathroom.
combat.
There
too,
was.
Oh yeah, the bathroom. Yeah, where Obsessive got to the bathroom before everybody, and then prestidigitized it to make it look like it was covered in shit.
Correction. He got to the bathroom before Lorelei did. The rest of us just jumped in the pond.
This
Yeah,
is true.
you know,
This
pond.
is true.
That's because I don't bathe in ponds. I bathe in a proper bathtub.
The water's fine. It's nice and warm.
Yeah,
And
because you piss
just because
so
I
much
peed in
in it. That's what I was gonna
A little bit
say.
because you
Just
peed.
swim upriver of me, not down.
it's probably because he peed in it. Yeah, Stick made it first into the restroom because, of course, in a dorm of 5 rooms, you're only going to have one bathroom. You got to have the true freshman
Dorm experience.
experience.
No, I don't. I'm too rich for that.
In my school, it was a full communal bathroom. That was fun.
Very lovely. Very lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lorelei did manage to try and wrangle out of Stick what had happened, but Stick did a really great job of bamboozling. She couldn't really tell if he was lying or not, but I believe Stick did help Lorelei get the room cleaned. Is that right? Do I remember that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was he's like, next time just ask nicely.
And both Igor and Korag took the smart route, and they got nice and clean by jumping into the moat that is probably going to slowly be filled with pee.
I'm sure it has some sort of magical filtration system.
We'll run with that theory until later.
Or not. That'll be our final exam. Purify the moat after all that.
After everybody has bathed in it all season.
Delicious.
And peed in it.
It's good soup.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good
after the bathroom combat, you all made it to your very first class. I believe was
A is for NCAG.
yes, A is for Ankeg. It was a course all about 26 classical monsters, learning about magical flora and fauna, A through Z. And each of you took some time to talk about something you might be interested in learning about in the future.
Forgot what I said.
Sex demons?
Yeah, sex demons. That's
Oh, yeah.
what I said.
That is
I
correct.
do remember you saying that.
I also said mermaids too, but sex demons is first.
Someone
And
was
sex
interested in
mermaids.
sex demons. Another person I remember was interested in, what was it? Goblins? Was it goblins? Somebody
That
picked?
was me. I
yeah,
just
I
want to
think
learn more
goblins.
about Stick.
Korag, do you
I want to learn more
remember
about my friend.
what creature you were interested in learning about?
Mimics.
Mimics. Perfect. That makes
Who
Very-
could forget?
great sense.
We should
the
also learn
mimics.
more about humans because Igor doesn't necessarily believe humans exist.
Yep, somebody wanted to learn about the variety of humans and what they're about. And since this is such a diverse population on campus, you know, humans are a really good creature to add to that list.
Igor has a running theory that there is no such thing as humans. It's just a bunch of halflings who have been gotten cast with an enlarged spell and are pranking the rest of us.
Each human is just 3 halflings in a trench coat.
That is also probably accurate.
And they also bang everybody because, you know, humans do that.
Yeah.
It's basically a kinky sex fantasy starring halflings with enlarged potions.
Now that we've
can
got
dig it.
that beautiful picture in mind, y'all headed to your first class. We're learning about different
Yes.
creatures, and then it was time to take a break. And you went to a new location in the campus you hadn't been before. Lorelei continues to make friends in high places, and Quintilius introduced you to somebody. I totally remember who it was. She was
They were
really
hot.
She was really hot. That's what I remember.
That's all anyone can remember.
Rubina.
That's all anyone needs to
Rubina.
That's all anyone needs to remember. is that she was hot.
Rubina. All right, Rubina, where's your picture so we can share everybody?
Yes. Yes.
And Rubina, show to players. There she is. There's Rubina. She is sexy as heck. Here
Mhm.
she is. This is Rubina. Y'all met her. She's one of the newest cohorts of the academy you met. And you learn she has quite a way of directing people and telling them what to do. You learn that she's have some experience in the campus band. And you and Quintilius all decided to head over to check out what was going on over here at the Fire Jolt Cafe. Can swap that scene now. I swear I'm learning how this tabletop system works. And y'all were racing the cutest heckin' frogs, if I remember correctly.
They
all
were
in
cute.
different colors and different little outfits. And
That's
then
the operative word. Were.
yes. And whilst that was happening, Lorelei successfully managed to grab the bag by racing her frog to the very end. Unfortunately, though, something changed. And the scene in the library went from one of joy to panic and fear as each of these cute little critters morphed into giant frogs. So,
I don't wanna hurt them.
everybody, if I could have you roll initiative, please. I gotta find my things. Where are you, book? Here's my book.
So,
Is it? Let's see.
So we've got Stick. So we're just gonna say, for narrative sake, Stick was so disgusted that his cuddly friends were no longer his friends that he's just like crying in a corner somewhere. We'll put him
he's
over
been under a lot
there.
of stress, let's be fair.
He has
Yeah.
been.
Stick was so upset that he just teleported back to the dorm and is currently hiding under the bed.
That sounds right. Let's put him over there. Okay.
We probably need to get him a magic therapist.
Probably.
Oreg has gotten a 13.
All right, just give me a second to add y'all. So frog.
I got an unnatural
Lorelei.
20.
Oreg. Did I get everybody? Hold on. Where are all my frogs? Am I missing a frog?
You might be.
I only see 3 frog. Where's 4 frogs?
I ate the other one. Not Igor, me.
1, 2. I see 3. Where's the frog? Where'd you go? Oh.
He
Never,
was like our baby Yoda, just eats everything.
never mind. We're gonna just do this. Put them there. And take those, put those here. And instead, we're going to take these. So Igor, I think, was the one that it got closest to, because Lorelei was heading that one along. We're going to take these tokens and switch them to the... Boop! There they are. They showed up. Giant frog. So now I can select all y'all and go add turn. Oh, I got a frog in here somehow. How do I get rid of it? Did I delete it? I did delete it. I heard someone got a 13. Was that Koreg?
Correct. I got a
Mhm.
13.
Okay. And what did everyone else get for initiative?
I got a 21.
21.
20.
20 for Igor. Okay.
No. I just did something stupid. 1 second.
Ooh. Okay. And let's do Rabina. Why not? Let's see what Rabina's got going on. Rabina is slow, y'all. She's slow. She's just really devastated that these cute little friends have turned foes. So let me now sort this in descending order. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Alorelei, you are up first in the turn order. I think I can I see that? Is it there?
I can see that I'm first. I can
Okay,
see that I'm
you can
first.
see that. Perfect.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, I've got one right in front of me, so I probably should take care of that or try to. Let's see. Let me take a look here. So I'm gonna try to use my rapier.
Okay.
Okay. Let me add that. So 6 plus 4. So I got an 18 total. Does that hit?
That does hit.
Okay, and then it's 1.
So you said you're going after the one I think
right in front of me.
right there. So that means you're gonna need to move forward 5 feet if you want to reach that. Do you want me to move you? I can move your token if you want.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. For some reason I thought I was where a squid was. So okay. Yeah. Then
Okay.
that.
You just wished you were.
Yeah. So I did 7 total.
7 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I have a second action where I can pull myself back because I only moved 5 feet ahead, I think. And my walking is 30 feet, so I should be able to move 10 feet back.
So if you move out of its range, you do open yourself
Oh.
up for an attack of opportunity.
I do. Shit, I'm gonna have to suck it up and take it. Okay.
So you're gonna stay there, or are you gonna try to back up?
I promised I wouldn't turn everything Emmy said into a dirty joke.
You can just
Okay,
do
I'll step
99%, and then that will
Yeah,
be
just
everything.
99%. Okay. Actually, yeah, I'll do it because then that way at least I can get myself out of range for next round.
So you're gonna take that chance?
Yep.
Okay.
It's risky, but I'm doing it.
Ooh. Okay. So that cute little frog, which color is this frog, Emmy? Is this purple? Is this blue? What color is this frog that's attacking you?
Well, let's see. I think it's blue.
Okay, so the blue frog is going to take a look at that sword, and he didn't like that, and he's gonna try to wrap his little mouth around you. And he got a 11.
My armor class is 13.
Okay, so he's gonna miss. Perfect.
And then I can pull myself back out, right?
Yep.
Have her right there because that's 10 feet, and that's good.
Perfect. And I put a picture in the chat for you guys if you want to see. This is what the giant frogs look like. They're so cute. I don't think I could get it to show up. Yeah, no, I was going to open a different link, but y'all can see it. My cast can see it. All right. That is Lorelei's turn. All right. Igor.
All right.
This thirsty frog is looking mighty hungry. What color is the frog in front of you?
I don't know. Let me see. What are my options again?
Whatever color you want. I'm just trying to make sure I write down that they're different so we know which
Okay.
one's which.
So Emmy's was blue, yes? So I guess
Correct.
mine can be purple.
Purple. All right, so you've got a purple
Right.
frog. That purple frog has
I
a
do have a
beautiful
purple.
starlight cape that has dropped behind it, and it is now menacingly staring at you, thinking you look like a snack. What would you like
I
to do?
feel really guilty about this because it is very cute. But I would like to try a shocking grasp on it, which is a
Okay.
cantrip I can use at will.
Yes. Let me take a look at shocking grasp. What does that do?
Zap it.
I think it's a melee
zap,
spell
zap.
attack, right?
Yep, touch attack.
So roll a spell attack.
Okay. Actually, I do not know how to do that, so
All right. So roll a d20.
I shall.
And then on your character sheet, I almost said seat, your character sheet, you will
It's a different
see
cat out of the game.
11. Nice. You'll see Igor. I'm pulling up your character sheet right now.
Oh, I have a spell attack of +6 according to my sheet, it looks
Yep.
like.
Under your spells, it should tell you your spell attack. So you have a +6. So you're going
Alright,
to roll
so
that
that-
d20 and add 6.
That will make an 18.
That's an 18. An 18 is going to hit.
Okay. And it looks like my effect is 1d8 lightning damage.
Okay.
So I have caused the poor thing 7 damage, and now I feel bad. So cute. I hope I don't kill
You
him.
said 7
Thank
damage?
you.
Mhm.
Perfect. All right, so that frog, he didn't like that, but he's still licking his chops, getting ready to bite you.
Uh-oh.
Yum, 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 yum.
Korag, you are also in the range of this once robed purple froggy.
I am going to swipe at it with my claws.
Okay.
I got a 17.
That's going to hit.
And claws do 1d6 plus 3. I got a 9. 9 damage.
9 damage. It is still standing. But he's struggling a little bit. He's kind of got a little gate in his arm now. Okay. So that leaves next in the order is Quintilius. I'm gonna roll to see. He rolled awfully. So Quintilius, feeling unsure of what to do after he really failed at the race earlier, he's gonna pull out that squirt gun that you gave it back, and he's gonna try to squirt the frog, which he thinks is doing something, but y'all know it ain't gonna do anything. He's just squirting it with water, and the frog is drinking it.
The frog is very hydrated.
Yes.
Well, if
Great
the frog is
job,
thirsty,
Quintilius.
maybe it'll calm it down.
Maybe.
I doubt that.
Hi.
As a fellow semi-amphibious creature.
And he's going to move behind Rubina because he doesn't know what else to do. He's pretty scared. He's pretty scared. He did not expect combat to be happening in the Fire Troll Cafe today.
No one ever does.
All right, it is the frog's turn. Okay, so the first frog to go is the blue frog that Lorelei had attacked. And let me see what it can do. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh,
I
no.
don't. Whatever you're talking about, I don't love it.
Oh,
The
no.
frog's gonna hop 20 feet to Lorelei,
Fuck off. Shit. All right.
and he's got a big old grin on his face, and he opens up that mouth, and he's gonna try and swallow you.
No, don't swallow
dear.
me. Don't swallow me.
How does
There
a
are very
In
few
this
people
case,
I will
it is
let
preferable
swallow
to
me, and he
spit.
is not one of them.
how does a 10 do?
Well, it doesn't hit because I have an armor class 13.
Okay. So he is unsuccessful in swallowing you, but you do feel a nice massage on your shoulder as this giant frog is just gumming you, trying to eat
Lovely.
Ew. That's so gross.
you. All right. Next frog is going to leap over here and try and swallow Rubina. Ooh, that you find. Where are your? Hold on. I'm not organized. I need something. Not that.
Sorry.
Can I open this? Does this tell me what I need? I'm trying to find her character sheet. I just don't know how to get to it. I assume it lives here then. Those are handouts. We don't need handouts. We need tokens. Named NPCs. Yes. But those aren't tokens. Where do they live? This is Affector trying to figure out how do you roll 20. Creatures. Aha. Creatures. Okay. This looks like the right place. And she's right here. Okay. So he got an 18. Yeah, that's gonna do it. It's gonna do it.
Oh, no.
So this toad here, this one we're gonna say is a red one. He's feisty. The feisty toad swallows Rabina.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So when you've been swallowed, swallowed target. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. He has to bite first. So he hasn't swallowed, but he did bite.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm reading that wrong. So he bit her. Let me swap there. Oop. That was a weird.
Swallowing is commencing.
He is trying to swallow. Okay.
Nice window.
So he's going to hit her for 4 damage. And she didn't like it. Perfect. All right. And where's the other frogs? Can I minimize this? There we go. So I guess this frog, he's going to leap boop, to Koreg. Sorry, Koreg. I didn't mean him to jump on you. Going to leap over to Koreg. And he's going to try to bite you.
Look, I'm not very digestible.
He rolled a natural 20. So that
Oh,
is
dear.
Slightly more digestible than I thought.
that is going to get you. So he is going to grapple you with his bite. And he's going to do 11 piercing damage.
Yep.
Ooh. That's a lot of damage.
And he's got you grappled.
Well,
Okay.
everybody, it looks like we're all going to die this session. It was fun.
You can,
Well,
I
except
will.
for
I'll
except
run
for
away
obsessive.
first.
Obsessive's fine.
It's true.
Also, Daddy Pup, thanks for being here. Have a good night, friend.
Bye.
Good night.
Hi, Link. Hi, Link. Hi. Have you come to say hello to the people?
Oh, look at him. He's so
He does this.
cute.
He does this all day while I try to work too. It's an all day
Aw.
thing.
Hi,
He'll walk
kitty.
on my head sometimes. He's a butt. Hi.
It's
I
because
butthole.
he
Oh, cute.
thinks he's your master and it's his house.
You
He's
just got to
thinking
go with
that.
it. You won't win this argument.
All right, and
Fine.
last up here is the cute purple frog that Igor attacked. He's gonna try to bite you.
Me? Okay.
That is a 10.
Okay. And my armor class, according to my sheet, is 14.
All right, he misses and licks his lips. All right, Rabina is grappled. So she is going to try and what's she gonna do? Let me see. Okay, she's going to try to break the grapple. So she's gonna roll. Escape DC. Hold on. Not me forgetting. How the rules work for grapple? I'm a DM. I swear I know these things. Is it a strength check? Escaping a grapple. To do so, it must succeed on a strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics check. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. So it can be either. Either one. Perfect. So Rabina's character sheet is right here. So Rabina has a -1 to strength or a +1 to dexterity. She's going to try to use dexterity to break the grapple. She got a natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Perfect
That's
timing
good.
for that mod love. She got a natural 20, so she breaks free of that frog, and she's going to leap back here. I guess I'll give her something with that natural 20. I think can't really see her. Now you can see her. There she is. All right, Rabina is done, and we're back to the top of the order. Alorale, your shoulder is getting a nice massage from this giant blue frog.
Yep. So I'm gonna move. Hang on. How far away do I have to be to use this? Okay. Yep, I can do it.
So
'Cause I can
Disengage.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Is disengage.
you're gonna disengage, so you're not gonna take an action. Okay.
Yep.
All right, where are you going?
I feel like I'm gonna get myself freaking trapped in a corner here. Actually, I want to kind of go over to where Rubina is. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30.
Okay, so you're hanging out with Rabina. Perfect.
Mhm.
Okay. Igor. There's
Yes.
frogs. There's frogs.
Frogs are everywhere.
What you gonna do?
I would like to try to pet the frog and see if I can calm it down.
Okay.
And then I'm going to zap it again with my shocking grasp. If it doesn't calm down.
All right. First, make an animal handling check.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Basically. Oh, apparently I rolled a 19.
All right. So the frog, for the moment, seems to be vibing. Maybe you're doing that thing I saw in TikTok that people do with squirrels, where you do your hands like this, and apparently they'll come over to you. So maybe you're doing that, and he's, for the moment, mystified by your hand motions.
Vogue.
Are
All
you-
right. Well, I'm not going to zap it if it seems to be calming down. So I'm going
Can
to
you
try
zap
to.
the one that's eating me?
Yeah, zap that one.
Can I reach the other one while I'm calming this one?
You got two hands.
All right, then I'll zap the one that's trying to eat Corey.
All right, make a spell attack.
Okay. Damn.
Of course, it's probably gonna hit me too, but that's okay.
It's touch.
know.
You should be fine.
Conductive electricity.
Well, I'm being
well-
you're zapping the aquatic
Oh, that's
creature
right.
that's eating me.
Not the one that was moisturized by Quintilius. That's the red frog.
Don't remind him of real world physics. You might have gotten away without getting zapped. 16.
A 16, that'll do it. Roll your damage.
All right. 4.
Okay, 4 damage. Perfect. Any
And
other
maybe-
actions you can do? Any bonuses?
Nope. Just gonna keep trying to keep my frog calm while trying to help Craig.
Okay. Beautiful. Correct. You are up. Salud.
Thank you.
So it's biting me now, correct? That's like a grapple.
Yep, you were grappled.
And if it's still biting me next turn, am I automatically eaten, or is it another attack?
I think it's another attack.
I'm going to withdraw into my shell and get a +4 armor class.
Ooh, smart idea.
Okay. Is there any other actions?
That's it. That's an action. And I don't
Okay.
get any bonus actions if I do it. So
All right, it is Quintilius's turn. Let me take a look at his character sheet here. Boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Quintilius? You know, he
Gonna look
actually is excited to be here. He had advantage on initiatives. My bad. My bad.
ooh.
Well, he was caught off guard the first round. Now he's got his feet.
All right, so that squirt gun he had, he pulls it back out, and as y'all are noticing, suddenly that squirt gun transforms. You see a big purple light, and out of that gun comes a giant magical flare, shooting in the air towards the blue frog. That is going to hit for sure. And that is going to do a d12. Ooh, not very good. He did 2 damage, but you know.
It's a start.
He's getting a little more effective.
I'm very proud of you, I say from my shell.
And that blue frog did not like that at all. So he's going to hop to Quintilius, and he's going to try to bite him to grapple.
For a frog.
Poor Froggo.
And he succeeds. So he's going to do some damage, and he's grappled onto Quintilius, so that's 4 damage. Okay. All right. And the red frog is going to do the same. He's going to try to eat Quintilius. It's going to bite him. He succeeds. It's another 4 damage. And he's grappled by
He's not having
both
a good day.
the blue frog and the red frog are grappling onto him. The purple frog is still, for the moment, mesmerized by Igor. And the other frog is going to try to attack Korag. And your AC was what now?
So my total AC is currently 23.
Okay. He did really well. He got an 18, but that is not going to
Nice.
get you. That is not going to get you. Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Now, is it still grappling me?
To break the grapple, you have to do an athletics check or strength check. Did you do that on your turn? I'll let you do that now if you didn't.
Is that a bonus? Can I do that as a bonus action?
That would probably be an action. Let me double check that.
Because the shell withdrawal is an action, so I wouldn't be able to do it unless it was a bonus action.
Grappling. Do. Creature can use its action to escape. So it is a full action
Sorry.
to escape.
That's okay. I'll let someone else save me.
No, I'm not saving you.
All right. I like saving
Um,
people.
Rabina is going to pull out her wand, and she is going to make an attack on the red frog that is biting Quintilius. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
She does not make it. She misses.
Rip. Rip.
Oh no. This is not going well.
Oh,
Lorelei,
it's not.
it's
We're
your
all gonna
turn.
die.
Oh gosh. Okay, I actually have to save people. Okay. So,
Dick's gonna come back to an empty campus.
so I'm gonna move myself here,
It's like
and then
holiday for him
I'm actually hang on. No, I want to go there.
because
I
the
have-
solo dorm and everything.
So I'm actually gonna try to. Where's the blue one that I?
The blue one is right here. It's on the left-hand side.
All right, I'm going to try to shoot it with my short bow because I'm in range.
Okay.
Oh, that's a d20.
Yeah, roll a
Does,
d12.
Does 16 hit?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. And
Roll
then
your
what is
damage.
it? Okay. 6 damage total.
6 damage.
Yeah, it ain't really shit, but
That toad is ever closer to death's door, but is still holding
poor
on
toad.
to Quintilius like a tick, sucking the blood out of him. Okay. Anything else, Lorelei?
let's see. So I move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. I'm going to move myself back just a little more.
Okay. All right, Igor, it is your turn.
Yes.
Can you
Okay.
roll an animal handling check again to see if you still
I
have this
shall.
hypnotized?
Let me find my phone. All right. My lock screen is too aggressive. All right. Well, I got a 15, so that's a 16 total.
Okay. You've still got the the purple one hypnotized.
Yay. So I guess I'm gonna try to shocking grasp the one that's got Koreg.
Okay, make a spell attack.
Because it's fun. 12 this time.
12 is still gonna do it.
Wow, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that must be more to one.
They're frogs.
All right. I got an 8 this time.
For damage?
Yes.
Okay. That frog is starting to smell pretty crispy, but
Oh,
it's
poor thing. I feel
looking
bad
a
now.
little beefier than the one you have hypnotized. The one you have hypnotized is limping pretty bad. Okay. Koreg.
Oh no.
What happened?
What did you do?
He looks so lost in thought.
Oh, sorry. What happened?
It's your turn.
What?
It's your turn. We thought maybe
okay.
you were role playing.
No. Am I still being eaten? Sorry.
Yes, if you'd like to make a acrobatics or athletics check, you can break the grapple.
Okay, I will have to emerge from my shell first to do that, and then I'll be able to do it next turn.
It takes a whole action to come out of the shell.
Yes, I will read off what it says on my character sheet.
I feel like you should be able to do it quicker than that.
Well, it says, let's see, emerge. You can use, oh, sorry, it's bonus action to emerge. Never mind. I misread it earlier. So it's a bonus action to emerge, and then I'll use it, do a strength check. I got a 9.
A 9 is almost enough, but not quite. This frog is not letting go. He is hungry. He is ravenous. He thinks you are the biggest fly he has ever caught in his life.
All right.
Okay. Quintilius has not one, but 2 frogs grappling onto him, each attempting
poor guy.
to swallow him. So he's gonna take his little pistol and he's gonna try to whack the frog on the
Oh
left.
my god. He's just getting himself into deeper and deeper trouble, and I'm here for it.
He rolled a 7. So that doesn't do anything. And yeah, that's his action. So the blue frog is gonna
Oh no.
make its
Oh
attempt
no.
to swallow. It's gonna make a bite attack to swallow. Quintilius has been swallowed by the
Oh dear.
giant frog.
And not in the way he wants either.
So
We got to make him spit.
if a character
the
is
frog spit.
swallowed, it is both blinded and restrained. It does have total cover against attacks, other effects outside the frog, but it's gonna take acid damage at the start of each of the frog's turns. So, that was a bite attack, so he does need to do his damage for the bite. So that's going to be 4 damage to Quintilius. Poor guy.
Or Quintilius.
Oh
Um,
man.
Oops, cancel.
That's what he gets for being marginally annoying.
And since he has now disappeared, and this frog has eaten him, the red frog is gonna lick its lips, and it's gonna leap to a Lorelei, and it's gonna try to bite her.
Oh my god. Fuck this thing. Which one is this? This is the blue one again?
This is the red one. This is the beastly red
Ooh.
one. He got a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, that's 4 damage, and you have a new friend hanging on.
Okay. Where do I go subtract my shit here?
So if you do you see the little green dot on the top if you click your token?
Yep.
So if you click that green dot and type -4, it'll automatically take it down
Oh.
for you.
Okay.
Okay. That is red and blue. Hypnotized frog isn't going to do anything because it's hypnotized. And Korg, you're no longer
Okay.
grappled, is that right?
Wait, hang on. It came to me.
Yeah.
And I do have opportunity attack. Could I have attacked him first?
So an opportunity
yeah.
attack is a reaction you can do if a target leaves a threatened square. He entered your square. He did not leave your square.
Okay. Okay,
Yep.
never mind.
So
Never
if
mind.
he were to leap over you, yes, you would absolutely have that opportunity. But he leapt to you. Okay.
Unless I was broken free, I only got a 9 on my strength check.
I don't think it's your turn yet. I was just trying to remember
Oh,
if you were grappled still. Did you break free?
That's what I'm saying. If
a 9?
a 9 passed it, I did, or
9
if I got broken out some other way.
A 9 did not pass it. So your frog friend is going to try to eat you. That is a 21.
That hits. That would have
Okay,
not hit if I had not emerged. I should have stayed Michelle.
Koreg. Unfortunately, you
Let's
also take 4 damage, so you're down.
That's safe.
Not yet,
Okay.
but you
No, I'm
are
at 3. I'm at -1.
right. But
Uh-oh.
you don't go negative in D&D.
Oh, okay.
The only time that's really important is if you go a certain amount over your max, then you automatically take death saves.
Okay.
But it's any damage once you've hit 0 that causes you to have to make a death save. But you are now
Got
deep in the belly
And unconscious. Not good.
and unconscious of this
No
frog.
bueno.
He is feeling satiated with that lunch. He's feeling real good. The purple frog again is chilling. He's happy. He's been pacified for another round. Rubina, she saw Quintilius get swallowed up by the frog. So she's going to try and beat up that frog and see what she does.
Idea.
This school is so safe.
Yep,
got a-
totally.
Yeah, really.
She got a 14, so that's going to be a hit. We'll roll her damage.
Tell your dad so he can sue it.
I
Harley.
know. I was gonna say, can I invoke my special action of call daddy?
So you got 7 damage with her weapon. And that actually causes this frog to pass the heck out. And out pops Quintilius out of his mouth. I don't know why that's so funny, but it is. So he's okay, but that frog is defeated and is taking a little nap. Oh, Lorelei.
I need to disengage. I absolutely need to fucking disengage.
Was he able to grapple you?
You didn't say he grappled me.
Did he bite you?
You said he did 4 damage.
So if he bit you, he grapples.
Oh shit, then I'm grappling.
So you're going to need to do a strength, acrobatics, or dexterity, or acrobatics or athletics check, whichever works better for you.
You can do it.
Well, I got an 18.
Ooh.
You got more than enough to get out of that grapple, so that is your action. You can still move, but you do take an opportunity attack if you leave his squares.
Yeah, I want to take the risk and get away from him.
Okay. He's going to roll to try to bite you. He got a big old whopping 1, so feel free to go back up wherever you're going to go.
I'm getting the fuck over here. Fuck this.
Okay. Igor.
Okay. So, I guess first I'm gonna try to keep my. Well, can I test, like, roll for my knowledge of frog anatomy?
All right. Do a history check. What are you trying to figure out here?
I want to figure out the best place for a frog Heimlich maneuver to get it to cough up my friend Korg.
Okay.
Because I have the spell jump. So my thought is to use the spell jump into the place that is the Heimlich place, and get him to cough up Igor. Or not Igor, I'm Igor. Korg. I had an identity crisis.
All right. Let's see
This
your
happens
history check.
sometimes. All right. I did not get a very good history roll. I rolled a 9, and my history bonus is 4.
So that's 13. So with a 13, you're able to discern that there's probably only room for one friend in that frog's belly. So at least there's that. It probably won't be able to eat anyone else. But in terms of like having a really good idea there, it's not quite coming to you. You don't remember that part of your anatomy class. It makes you wonder if giant frogs might be something good to add to your roster of that class you were just in today.
That would be a good thing to add.
Remember me.
I think I'm still going to try the jump Heimlich. So I would like to cast jump and jump on its back very pointedly, because if there's anything Igor knows how to do, it's be a projectile.
Okay.
We have established this from his first day.
You really are our baby Yoda.
You are, yeah.
I do not have a hot guy in silver armor following me around, though.
That's okay.
We all have goals.
Pedro Pascal, please be my daddy. Please.
Well, I rolled a d20 for whatever roll I have to do to make that work, and I got a 17.
I'm trying to see
Probably acrobatics or athletics.
movement for falling.
Well, the spell, too.
You're trying to jump onto the frog.
With my jump spell, I would like to cast the spell jump, which is an artificer level 1 spell, and it's a movement spell. And
So
I
your
would like
jump
to use that.
distance is tripled.
Yep,
Okay.
and I want to translate that to force so that I slam down into the toad.
So you're gonna
Frog,
make me
whatever it
look
is.
up jumping. All right, jumping. When you make a jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. What's your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is -1, so I don't think that's gonna work.
So that will be times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. So you would move 6 feet in the air.
Still not enough. How tall are these frogs?
These frogs, does it tell me? They're just a medium creature, so they're about your size.
Oh, okay. So
I
that's
should be
fine.
able to get
Yeah.
into it with
Let's-
enough force.
Let's have you use an unarmed attack. Let's call it that.
Okay.
So roll to attack and then add either your dex bonus or your actually no, do your dex bonus, strength bonus, whichever's better.
Okay.
And since you're an artificer, let's add your proficiency. We'll say that maybe you tinkered with your boots to give them some kind of a pep in your step here, and see if that helps.
I made myself walk a little heavier so as not to startle Stick, because Stick seems like the sort that you don't want to sneak up on.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to sneak up on him.
All right, so I rolled a 13. My dex bonus is a +2.
Okay. And then your
And-
proficiency is another +2, so that's 16 or 14?
17.
17. All right. You leap onto the frog. Roll a d6 for me.
Sure. I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3. So you are able to beat up this frog. He's looking a bit worse for wear. But it has not expelled Koreg out just
Whack.
yet.
And I might have
Remember
stopped.
me.
I might have stopped hypnotizing my frog, huh? Poor fella.
Yeah. All right, Koreg.
Well, we can give it a shot.
You're gonna take acid damage, which means you need to make a death saving throw.
No, don't kill Koreg.
What do I do?
Roll a
Roll a
d20.
D20.
Yep. 11 or higher is a success. 1 to 9 is a failure. 1 to 10 is a failure.
I got a 6.
All right, that is 1 death save for Koreg. Koreg the turtle, who's inside the turtle. I guess maybe that question you had, like what do frogs taste like and what do turtles taste like? We're really putting that to the test here in this scene.
Don't forget to check for mimics without me.
Quintilius is going to pull out his squirt gun, and he's going to try and shoot the red frog, because the one that ate him is dead. That is going to hit, so he's going to roll a d12 for some damage. Ooh. That is 8 damage. Pretty good. But that frog hasn't really been hit yet, so that's its first hit. And it's the frog's turn. All right.
I shouldn't have used jump. I should have used catapult.
Oh, what's catapult do?
I don't know, but it's on my spell list,
Okay.
and it seems appropriate.
All right. The frog that you were hypnotizing is no longer hypnotized,
Oops.
but he's kind of become fond of you.
Oh, that's cool.
So he's going to jump his full distance of up to 20 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to jump over there. Those other people look like better snacks.
Aww, he's so nice.
The red frog is also going to bounce and try to bite Rabina. That is a definite hit. So she's going to take 4 damage. And she is now grappled by the red frog. And the frog that swallowed Koreg isn't really doing a whole lot. It seems like he's really full. He's not feeling
He just
very
ate
good.
a whole turtle. Of
His
course he's
tummy
full.
is full. He's not really moving far. So we'll call it that. Right. Rabina is going to try and take out her staff and whack this red frog. She whiffed it with a big old nat 1. So she's going to do the Velma thing where drop her glasses and try to find them. And she is grappled by the red frog. Alorla, it is your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, I am going to use my short bow to shoot the red one from here.
Okay.
Nat 20.
That's going to hit. So roll the damage die twice and add once.
Nine total.
9 total. Ooh. Ooh. It is really damaged. It is really pained, but it's still very slowly.
Go find
Moving.
food elsewhere.
Igor, it is your turn.
All right. I guess I'm gonna try another. Hmm. I don't think I can cast jump again, but I am on top of it. So, is there an item that is 1 to 5 pounds within my range? An object?
An object? Well,
Yeah.
you're in a cafe. You're gonna find things like coffee cups, mugs.
Okay. So, catapult reads: choose one object weighing 1 to 5 pounds within range that isn't being worn or carried. The object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in the direction you choose before falling to the ground, stopping early if it impacts against a solid surface. If the object would strike a creature, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, it strikes them, and the object takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that is a cool thing. So you're finding perhaps a coffee mug here at
Yes,
Barstucks.
and I would like to hit the
Here,
frog
have
with it.
coffee mug. Have a coffee
did-
mug.
Ideally, in the place that looks like its stomach, so that it will spit out correct.
All right, so I think
That is my
it said
plan.
it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
So he is full, and he's not very, very ambulatory at the moment, so he's going to roll that with disadvantage.
You just want to see it work.
Oh, I rolled a 17, but then I also got a 2. So we'll go with the 2 plus 1. That's a 3. So he's going to fail his dexterity saving throw. So how much
You did that,
damage does that
Justin.
do?
3d8.
3d8. Okay. Roll your
Yeah.
damage.
Total is 10. I did not roll very well.
10. With a 10, you knock out this frog who spits out Cork,
Gnome
Ooh.
power.
who is just there, not stable at the moment, but he's there. That giant frog is defeated.
Now I need to go find my friend frog. Ooh,
I
I
Oh,
need
feels
this
so
potion.
good.
That does sound nice.
Koreg, make another death saving throw.
Rip Korrig.
Got a 5.
That's 2 fails for Koreg.
Oh
2
god, and it
fails.
can't be 3, right?
3 and he's done.
3 and he's toast. 3
We
and he's
probably should
toast.
try to heal Koreg.
Or at least
um,
stabilize him. Yep.
Right.
I
Uh,
don't think I have. I think the person who has shit that can heal isn't here.
I have mending. Can you mend a turtle?
You can try it when it's your turn.
Okay.
Quintilius is next. He is definitely sticky and gross and covered in frog slime. And he's going to run bravely and try to take out this frog. Because, you know, he's the hero. We all need
Hey,
it.
Quintilius. Quintilius is totally main character energy here.
Hey, he got a 19 total. He did pretty good. He did pretty good.
That is pretty good.
He's gonna roll his damage. Ooh, 2. Well, you know what? It was on death's door. Quintilius successfully knocks out the red frog, and he probably still has some movement. So he moved, what, 5 feet, 10, 15, 20. And he's gonna get ready to take on this frog here. Okay. What frogs are left? Just that one, right? I think, is that the only one left?
Mm,
I think it is. I think they're all gone. So that one's gone. Defeated. That one's defeated. That one's defeated. So there's just the one frog left. So he's gonna
My friend.
try to bite Quintilius.
He's a good friend.
That's a big success. Quintilius is gonna take 4 damage and is now grappled.
Uh-oh. Make friends with it. It's friendly.
Rubina is going to go, and she's going to move her. How many feet does she have? 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Perfect. She's right there. She's going to make another attack. She's going to fail. Lorelei,
mm,
it's your turn.
damn it. Okay. Oh, 'cause
Help with Korek. He's
that's what
dying.
I'm trying to figure out is what can I do to help with.
Can you roll like
Corey?
a regular healing proficiency thing?
You can do a heal check, but
Before
you'd
it-
probably need to be in melee range to do that.
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm not in melee range. And I don't think I have spells yet either. At this level, she doesn't. Okay. Do you, wait, so because the frog's got a bit till its turn. So I'm gonna do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I have to get into I'm too far away from him. All right, so I'm gonna
Okay.
try to shoot that last frog. If I don't kill it, can you try to do a like a
Medicine
Tried-
check or mending
yeah,
or something.
yeah, something. Okay.
Pour a healing potion down my throat.
Does a 12 hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Poor frog. He was my
Mhm.
friend, very briefly.
Yeah, well, he decided to fuck with us. So
Some of the frogs are alive but unconscious, right? So we could put them in the moat and have it heal.
4 damage.
They could be moat friends.
4
Use
damage.
Dragon Balls. Yes, Senny, we will totally use Dragon Balls.
4 damage is enough
Mm.
to knock out that last frog, Lorelei.
Damn
You
it.
have
I was
suc-
actually
You've successfully defeated the frogs.
Yay!
And upon that last frog's defeat, let me find my page here. Hey, give me my book, please. I need my book. Table of contents. All right, was on the wrong page. Where'd it go? There's a thing I was going to read. Where are you? Do. Okay, nope, there wasn't a thing to read there. Perfect. Okay, I thought there was a thing that it wanted me to read, but no. So, upon its defeat, you notice that the giant frogs, who were just ginormous and hungry and, you know, kind of feral, slowly but surely each revert to their cute, regular, adorable forms.
no.
With their cute little outfits, and each one looks like they're having the most restful sleep. But Koreg, who's been taken out of the fight, is struggling to keep
Well,
it together.
we're gonna try to heal him, or at least stabilize him.
Okay,
I do not have any specific healing spells, but can I try heal check anyway?
go for it.
All right. Oops. I gotta not roll 3 dice at a time. All right. I rolled a 16.
16. Okay. With a 16, you were successfully able to get Koreg evenly to 0 hit points, remaining unconscious.
No turtle soup today. Right.
Only
Turtle soup
frog's
doesn't even
legs.
sound that good.
It really doesn't. Maybe. Could be.
Okay. That is
Alright.
the end of that particular combat. Let me put these Frogos
So,
away.
is there a school nurse or something? Because I feel like we should probably call one.
I feel like this would be like UA Academy and My Hero Academia, where there would be like some kind of special healer on site.
Let me get these Frogos back.
Or like a normal school.
Mhm.
I think also you should probably call your dad to sue the school because
Oh
this is
yeah,
like
you
the
bet,
third death
you
fight.
bet. I'm sending Daddy a message being like, they tried to have giant frogs eat us, and while yes, we beat it up, it's not appropriate.
Lawsuit.
So y'all
Lawsuit.
are
Ooh.
looking for an adult? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes. We are looking for an adult.
Okay. Alina, she is the person who runs the cafe, is going to poke around the corner and she's going to see Koreg knocked out. And she's going to see that there's just these cute little frogs. And she's like, do I want to know what's going on back here?
The most you want to know is I want my daddy.
The frogs
Okay.
became really, really big and tried to eat us.
Yeah.
The frogs turned big.
Yeah.
They
They
look,
tried to eat us.
but they're just little guys. What do you mean they got big?
They got
I'm sure you
big.
have some sort of divination ability or power that can see what happened here.
Yeah,
We
like I
kind of,
feel like-
our friend is kind of dying, so it might be good for us to deal with that first.
She
Then
looks
we can talk to the frog.
she looks down at Koreg and she does see that he is knocked out.
You might want to notice the frog acid on him too,
Mhm.
because I feel like that is significant and probably provable.
All right.
Yep.
She
You guys are a
pulls
little annoyed.
out a potion out of her pockets, and she slowly gives it to Koreg. She's
Like,
going
correct.
to.
I keep calling him. I keep giving him my name. I'm very confused.
She's gonna heal you for
Scooch.
4 hit points worth of healing.
Am I
So
awake?
You are awake.
Frogs! He's gonna charge the frogs and try to kill them.
No, they're little now. They're fine.
You can't. They're trying to eat me.
They can't fit you in your mouth, their mouth anymore. We're okay.
He's charging. He's not. He's still in the combat. In his mind, the combat's still happening. He went unconscious during the fight. Remember?
That's true.
Uh,
I can't argue
Corey,
with that.
I think you and Stick both need to go back to the room for the rest of the day.
Well,
I think we all deserve a day off.
it certainly seems there was some kind of chaos here, but I'm
And
glad,
I didn't shard it.
I'm glad that you kids are okay. And Rabina, she approaches Alina, and she's going to try to roll persuasion.
Okay.
Ooh. So Rabina very eloquently communicates the situation that if it weren't for Lorelei, Koreg, and Igor, this library probably would have been torn apart by these creatures. And there's clearly something amiss in the campus life. She can't quite understand yet what's going on, but there is an issue here. There is an issue here. And it seems
I like
that
her.
she's very convincing. Everyone seems to just really like what she has to say. It seems like it makes sense. And each of you are given a free coupon for one beverage of your choice at the Fire Jolt Cafe.
Right.
Okay.
I almost died.
Yeah, but we get a free drink.
So I'm sorry about this. Let me get my crew over here to clean up the mess. But the frogs look fine to me. I mean, if you want to take them up to your room, that's fine. If you want to, bring them over to someone else, whatever you want to do.
We should take them. We don't want them to be bespelled by anybody else. They've already been mistreated enough.
Okay.
I'll keep them. If Korg doesn't want them in the common area, I'll take them to my room so he doesn't have to see
Keep
them.
them locked in case they try to eat us again.
Okay.
Okay. So you take the frogs into your room, and before you know it, each of your phones, your wristbands, starts to light up and go off, and it looks like it's about time to get to your next class.
I want to stop and send a message to my father first at like the campus shop or whatever, and tell my dad about the frog thing and how people act like this is okay, including with the and include about the mimic too, and be like, did this happen when you were here? Because I don't feel like this is a safe place to send your child. Your pride and joy. You send me here to get murdered.
Moidor.
Moida.
All right. Let's have you, Lorelei, roll a perception check, or not perception, a persuasion check to see how eloquent this letter sounds to Daddy.
I got a nat 20.
Okay. So you
Nice.
put that in the post at the campus store. Make sure you spend your copper to send that letter out.
It's what, 4 copper?
I think so. And off to your next class y'all go.
Woo!
Okay. Let me swap our map to this one. And then we're gonna make Stick disappear.
Poor Stick.
Do I want to change who's in your class today? Nah, I'm lazy. We're just gonna leave them. But this person needs to go away because you're all in a new class with this person, I think. Is that right? No. This person. This person's teaching your class. Okay.
Boop.
And let me pull up this here so everybody can see. We are back in the class. Here's everybody. Ready to learn? Ready to learn? There they are. There's everybody.
Can I go sit next to Korg this time?
You certainly can.
Yay. Because Stick is not here to annoy, so I'm going to annoy Korg instead.
Gonna move back a row.
Okay. You're going to sit.
Org still smells like acid.
You do.
You're going to sit next to Quintilius?
Actually, I think I'm gonna sit next to Rubina because we can be popular
Ah.
together.
Rubina. Okay. Okay. So, Lorelei,
Mhm.
I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
Can you roll for me a persuasion check with Rubina?
Okay. Try this one. Persuasion 15 plus 16 total.
So with a 16, your combat prowess and your composure and ease around moving in the space there during that encounter really caught Rubina's eye. So you're gonna add 1 relationship point to your relationship roster with Rubina.
Yay! I'm gonna be popular.
I'm gonna make sure I make a note of that. +1 relationship point.
You are going to be popular.
Rubina. Okay. Alternatively, though, you're gonna get -1 relationship point.
Oh no, why?
Quintilius.
That's not fair.
Oh yeah, because he's jealous. Yeah.
Love
Oh.
triangle.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right.
Well, that seems like a him problem.
So let me pull up your class here. So you are all in class with the one, the only Director Taiva, the man that you all met during orientation, who gave you your orientation scavenger hunt directions and was there witnessing you all defeat your very first mimic and kind of getting into everything. And so Director Taiva introduces the course, welcome to Think About Magic. This is going to be an overview about magical meta ethics. And so this is a
What are
course
ethics?
all about the nature of magic and ethics that we should all consider. You know, you wouldn't want to do things like, you know, put giant frogs at the cafe. That would be an awful idea.
Who would do that?
Yeah, I wonder who would plant these giant frogs in the cafe? Who would think of such a devious thing to do to such cute little adorable frogs?
Igor, did you put all of the frogs in the room?
Probably. I mean, wanted to secure them pretty good in a safe place. I didn't want anyone to hurt them. So
So you
yeah,
didn't bring
they're
one to
probably-
class with you? Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know that it would have occurred to me. Can I roll to see if it would have?
Sure.
Okay. I will roll a D4. Well, to be honest, I probably would have left them all in the room because I don't want to upset Korg because Korg's been through a lot.
Okay.
So they're all in the room.
They're all in the room. Okay. So yeah, Director Taiva, you know, gives this very specific example of what literally just happened, and it seems a little suspicious. Everybody roll insight for me.
Okay.
I bet you this motherfucker had something.
I nat 20'd.
A nat 20. Beautiful.
It's perception, right?
Insight.
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 Excuse me. 15.
15.
8.
8. Koreg, this guy seems a little suspicious. He seems like he knows a little too much, and you wonder, is this a mimic?
Immediately tosses an axe
Okay.
without
Do
even
it.
thinking.
Do it. Do it. Do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Toss the axe. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
It's already done.
Yay.
Lorelei, we'll get to that in just a second. Lorelei, with your 15, when Director Taiva gives out that example, it doesn't
Bless you.
really make sense. The idea that the director is involved here, it does seem like, wow, that maybe it was just a really weird example he gave. You're not quite sure. But you're not as suspicious, obviously, as Koreg is. And Igor, a natural 20, this director knows nothing. He is completely innocent. You can tell, based on the facial features and the way that he's going, that this man is sweet and innocent and kind and fun. No, he wouldn't do something like that. That doesn't make sense to you.
That's fascinating.
What
Okay.
the fuck?
Mhm.
All right.
He's totally sus.
But Koreg, you are throwing an axe at the
Oh, no.
director.
Yes,
Mimic
he is.
check.
Are you rolling an attack for that, please?
Yes. I got a 5.
You got a 5. So you toss your axe across the room here, and it slams very, discreetly into the desk that before the director, and he takes a look at it and he says, "Yes, I too have an axe to grind with the meta ethics of the world." And he seems to continue to go on with his
Okay, this
lecture
guy's amazing.
uninterrupted by your axe throwing.
Next time
I'm
I'll aim for the desk and hit you.
And he seems very passionate to teach about his topic and is going on and on about all the things that we can do to be more mindful about the ethics that we should all have as practitioners of the magical arts. So as y'all are trying to pay attention, you're trying to soak in the information. You just had that really awful combat experience. Can everybody roll a wisdom check for me to see if you're going to really pick up what he's putting down here?
Pick up your mom and put her down.
One.
Torag
I
got a
don't. I
7.
don't think Igor's picking it up today. It's had a rough day.
I got a 13.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Swing, bada, 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 bada.
We're all still tired from that fight.
Yeah.
What
we're all
was
preoccupied.
yours, Koreg?
8.
Koreg.
Ocho.
Okay, so neither Koreg
Ocho.
nor Igor are really focused here in this lecture. You maybe Igor is too fascinated about what are the properties of what could make such a thing happen, and is there a way to take that process and manufacture it into some kind of biological machine that waters things, or I don't know. Your mind does what it does. And Koreg is too busy thinking about all of the mimics everywhere here at this campus. But
Giant
Lorelei,
frogs.
with your 13, you are going to get a +4 bonus to your next homework roll for this course.
Yay. You gonna help me do my homework, Linky? Yeah.
Okay. And at that, pull up your schedule again. Excuse me. That is the end of that class. You don't glean a whole lot out of today's lesson, but Lorelei, you do feel you picked up something that might be useful for your homework later. And each of you gets another ping on your wrist as the course is ending, and Director Taiva wills the axe back to Koreg's seat. And Lorelei, you get a ping that it is time for you to go to the Biblioplex for your first session of meeting the Play Actors Drama Guild.
No.
Ooh.
Koreg, your schedule is giving you an indicator that this is a good time for you to do some studying and prepare for your courses for the week. Biblioteca, exactly.
And possibly take a rest to regain my HP.
Yep.
That might be good.
And Igor, this time is when you have to go to Taurus Hall over in Quandrix to work in the magical lab.
Yes, my job. My awesome job of collecting scraps of
Shit.
things to make other things.
Scraps of things. Yeah, Lana says we get Stevie in la biblioteca. That's correct. That is correct.
Ooh, e la bibliothèque. That I remember from Welcome Freshmen,
Hi.
which is a show only I remember because only I'm old enough.
Hi. Hi, Stinky Butt Boy.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
He kept knocking shit over.
Okay.
He's just a
He's a good boy.
baby.
He's
So-
so cute.
We're going to start, I guess, with a Lorelei. Let's
Oh, nice.
take our map over to the Biblioplex.
Okay, you don't need coffee. That's my coffee. Thank you.
He needs all the coffee. Give him all the coffee.
No, he does not need coffee.
So we're going to
I do love how cuddly he is, though.
here. That's the room we're going to go to. Okay. So let me get this map set up for y'all. Move that over there.
Hey, thanks. That's my phone. Thank you.
Where is my book? Hold on.
Thank you. You're such a good helper.
I help. I do things.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's a good helper. Okay, come here. Hi, come here. If you're gonna be a pain in the ass, come here. You're a little man.
Just want
He
to make
loves
sure
all
it's
the
right.
belly. So cute.
So, Lorelei, you are heading to the Biblioplex, and you are joined by two members of the Play Actors Drama Guild. So not only is your boy Quintilius in the Play Actors Drama Guild, so is your girl, Rabina.
Ah, that gives a Lorelai some time to flirt.
Try to get me, mommy.
So Rabina's
Mm.
there. And you, my dear, are there as well.
Hi. Can you stop shutting off the other monitor, please?
I just had a fluffy visitor look at me, look, wait, and then walk back out. She apparently was not pleased, not pleased. So Rabina, Rabina, Lorelai, welcome to the very first meeting of the Play Actors Drama Guild, where we get together and we talk about productions of brilliant stagecraft and
All
Try
the
to-
drama.
try to put new spins on old classics, as well as, you know, displays of music and magic. We try to have a really good time here on campus, and I'm just so thrilled, Rabina says, that you decided to join us. You know, I thought with the name Havillard, you might make that decision to come on in, given your parents' reputation, but, you know,
What about my parents' reputation? I seem to be the only one who does not know my parents' reputation.
well, let me see. And so she takes a look at a shelf in the room and she goes over the books and she finds one. Give me 1 second. And she hands it over to you. Yes, I'm loving this. And she hands it to you, and it says the title of this book, Leather Dreams.
Oh, well, we're going in that direction, huh?
And she hands it to you. If
I
you
feel like a Lorelai would be able to accommodate that.
if you really want to know the legacy your parents left behind, this is the book that you're going to want to
Oh,
read.
jeez. Maybe not.
Legacy of Leather.
Very well then. I think.
Are you going to look at the book?
Yeah, because I'm way too curious not to. Will you stop shutting the monitor off, please? I love you. You're cute. Stop shutting off the monitor.
Wait till he figures out how to turn the computer off.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're not teaching him that. He's not learning that today.
Poor baby.
Yeah, look at it. Look at him. He is so cute.
Hi,
He's very
Kuti.
cute.
Hi, Kitter.
Yeah, we need to go to drama club, Linky Lou.
Bring the kitty to drama club.
So as you are starting to piece through the book, there are a lot of pictures. It's not just all text. And the pictures are tasteful, but spicy.
Oh, geez.
Ew, God. I feel like this is a repetition of my past in real life, and I don't like it.
And as you're taking a look, the book has an author's name, but it's not a name that you recognize.
What's the name of the author?
Wait a second.
Do you know your mother's maiden name? Because you might want to check that first.
Yeah, I might know it. I should know it.
Is that helping?
You know, if Rabina is a legacy student like you, it's possible your parents banged hers. I'm just saying.
The name that you're getting is Joseph Wiezaya. I'll put it in the chat here for you. Joseph Wiezaya is the author of this particular title.
Would I potentially recognize the name if it's something my parents or somebody my parents would have had on the estate growing up?
From what you remember, that name does not mean anything to you. And so you're trying to understand why Rubina would think that someone named Joseph Wiziah has something to do with your mom and dad and their legacy.
Maybe he's my real dad.
Could be.
Could be. Interesting.
And Rubina says, yes, that is a tome written by the Joseph Wiziah, a master of craft here at the university. He was able...
You're not my real dad! You're not my daddy!
He was able to figure out techniques with leather that had been unseen at all in the university past. The tricks that it could do, the things it could do, some might call it living leather. It was just such a fascinating material.
That explains why mom and dad have so much leather at home.
I just said a mental image, and I'm not going to share it.
Please don't. Especially if it involves my real parents.
I've never seen your real parents, so I have no idea if this would be accurate.
Okay, good.
Yes,
Now, if
Joseph
you imagine your real
Wiziah
parents, that's not my problem.
was a master crafter with some material called living leather. And so the book seems to be showing mostly fashion. You see applications of leather in construction, applications of leather in chemistry, applications of leather in just about everything you could imagine. And so this tome, Leather Dreams, almost seems a little culty as you're taking a look at it. Almost like, Joseph Wiziah.
Nope, not going there, not making a joke. Magashi-sama, go for it. Go for it. I dare you. We don't have obsessive here. I dare you.
Yeah, we don't have obs. We need that inappropriate humor.
Yeah, I can't carry this shit all by myself.
Yeah, I've been making jokes too.
Someone tell Obsessive to stop being sick.
Yeah.
How about I start chanting Daddy and see if he magically feels better and shows up?
They're gonna make him more sick.
Yeah, I think that's not cool.
Most likely.
He'll probably be like, bleh, bleh, bleh.
No, it'll be.
Yeah, but then he'll be like, stop it! You stop it!
Maybe that's what got him sick in the first place.
Yeah, you did the Semi.
No, I didn't say Daddy that much, and also I have not talked to him in like a week. So yeah.
Yes, your parents were both disciples of Joseph Wiziah. They had started to learn about his craft, but some say that they gave up on the dream. They gave up on the dream of really bringing that dream to life of leather, the living leather. But I don't know. I don't know whatever became of that, but they were really, really fond of, this particular kind of material. But if you want to know more about your parents, you definitely want to figure out a little bit more about the Leather Dream Society.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to look into that.
So who has ideas? Quintilius chimes in. Who has some ideas of a show that we might want to put on in the first trimester? I was thinking, and he seems to be going on about, very bougie theater ideas that he's coming up with. Do you have any suggestions, Lorelei, of a production that you would like to see done here with the Play
An all-nude
Actors Guild?
version of My Fair Lady.
I think what we should do is Living Leather, a burlesque show. Oh my gosh, Magashi-sama, that is such a good idea. Yeah. I think what we should do is a big play about romance and adventure and have it take place in space.
Space.
Drag in space, yes, with drag queens.
Okay.
With track.
Quintilius, you would be the queen of the space and the drag, and it would be just fabulous. And it would give
In
us reason
space
to
and
have
on ice.
like glittery, flowy costumes and just be fabulous.
Now that you're saying it, I think I might be picking up what you're putting down, Lorelei. These are great ideas. He is furiously writing these down as potential things to do. On ice too? Oh, that's
Yes,
good.
we
That's
should
good.
do it on ice. On ice,
In
yes,
space
absolutely.
and on ice.
And have it be where we like can go through the audience and float through the audience and be. It'll
And
be
so
amazing.
as you're envisioning what this scene looks like, you maybe close your eyes and you imagine like being in the void of space with ice skates on, and you're thinking about what it would look like to ice skate. As soon as you open your eyes, Lorelei, you're in space.
Ooh.
You can't breathe and your head's exploding.
There's that.
Why ruin the moment? Plunge. Why?
It's kind of like that scene in Final Fantasy VII
Total
when you,
Recall? Oh.
when you go to Cosmo Canyon and he brings you up into the planetarium and you see all
And
of
the
the things,
space is all around you, and you see meteors and everything.
but you're also on ice.
This should be perfect.
And so Quintilius is kind of looking around and taking notes. And he's like, yes, I could see. Yes, we could put a ship there. And as he imagines a ship there, you do see something coming up. What did you say about the drag queens? What should they be wearing on the ship, do you think, Lorelei?
They should be wearing just heels that bring them up to God, and just hair, just big hair. Like, you can't have a drag queen and not have them with big hair. And there must be lots of glitter and lots of drama in each outfit. Like, maybe one as to be like a space peacock with like peacock feathers as her train.
Okay, so you and Rubina and Quintilius are really cooking up this beautiful scene of what you think would be a good production, aided by the magic of the Biblioplex and its capabilities of creating the space that you're needing for your work. Okay, so we'll let you cook, Lorelei. We'll let you cook. Korek, I know that you're going to be studying and doing some resting to get your HPs back.
Absolutely.
Is there anything you'd also like to do during that downtime?
Continue checking for mimics and now frogs.
No frogs.
Mimics and frogs. Okay.
Poor Korek.
Are you checking the campus? Are you checking your room? Where are you going to look for these mimics and frogs?
Just wherever I go, I'm going to look out for them.
Okay.
I'm not like looking around specifically for them, but whenever I enter a room, I'm going to be checking for mimics. I'm going to be checking for frogs.
Okay. You don't see a whole lot of frogs in the main campus. There might be a few statues of frogs in the fountains, but they don't seem to be very popular here. You do know that Igor did bring those frogs to your dorm room.
That's fine. They're safe.
Okay.
They're imprisoned. They hopefully won't harm anybody again. I also want to ask Quintilius who started that frog race. Where those frogs came from.
So we'll just assume that happens before Emmy or before Lorelei went off. And so Quintilius, he says,
well, he could have barged into the race.
I'm not sure who started that race. I mean, I was sitting at the table, with you and Verbena. I don't know who started that nonsense. Maybe Stick knows. Stick seemed to run there pretty quickly.
I'm going to use some intimidation. Are you sure you don't know?
Okay.
Who got those frogs? I rolled a unnatural 20 on my intimidation roll.
Nice.
He is shaking in his boots. He is petrified of this very intimidating turtle. And he says, "No, I promise, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
I believe you for now.
I was
But
just
if I
eating
find
my
out you had anything
brunch."
to do with these frogs, I'll come back. You won't
Okay.
like it.
Okay. Okay.
And he pees himself. Good job.
Yes, yeah,
Poor
very good.
fella.
He pees himself. The end. Okay. You are doing that. And then we've got Igor.
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to set this map up, so we're just gonna make it up.
Okay.
Guess we'll
Winging
just use this one. This is fine. This looks good.
Okay.
Boop.
Going off to be a janitor.
All right.
Oh,
You are in this new room. Where are you? Here's Igor. To the token layer you go. And as you enter the lab on the Taurus campus, let me give you a little information about
Okay.
what you see.
yay. I see Igor knock knock.
So I don't know. Do I have a handout here of a picture of this particular place? I probably do. So you are here.
Mhm.
There a picture? There is a picture. Okay.
Fantastic.
Let me see if I can get... Oops. Show to everyone. Beautiful. So here's a bunch of information from the book about this particular campus. If you want to check it out, you can. But specifically, I just wanted to give you that image. Here is that image of the Quandrix College for the audience at home. I'll make that a little bit bigger. That's where we're looking at.
Fancy.
So the Quandrix campus, you know it as the College of Numeromancy. It's a term that encompasses the study of patterns, fractals, and symmetries to wield power over the fundamental mathematics of nature.
Okay.
Mages here can summon creatures made of fractals or may turn their abstract theories into towering, spiraling patterns. They love to expand and multiply. They can increase their knowledge or size by bending numbers. They often yearly weave in those different elements together.
Oh, that looks so cool. I want to learn how to do that.
This particular campus, as you can see, this hall lies at the end of a geometric series of walkways, terminating at an ascending ramp to the towering building. Inside, the architecture is mapped to an ever-changing three-dimensional grid, which slowly evolves. Some faculty members often insist that the students don't linger too long inside the hall, lest the geometry eventually turn itself inside out whilst the students are still within.
I think that's the secret of magic, Magashi-sama, is to divide by 0.
So from what you can tell, there is here's another picture for the folks at home so they can see. Here's another picture of the whole of the Quandrix campus with the Taurus Hall located right there in the
Please don't die, Squid. We love you.
center.
I appreciate that. I'm just going to hack up along. It's fine.
You got 2 of those.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
So as you're heading
all
to
of-
your...
Pay for
So as you're heading into your very first day here at the campus labs, you were given some of that information to your device. Let me close this out of my way, close this out of y'all's way. There we go. And as you are heading in, there is somebody already in the room doing some cleaning.
Hello, I'm here to assist and clean. Who are you?
And I think that put him on the map for you. Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. So, here you go. So as you walk in, you do see a somewhat familiar sight. Urs McTalk Grosh is here. He is an orc. Stick probably has a more familiar learning of this particular character because they spent some time
For sure.
together.
Hello.
Oh,
I'm getting clean.
hello. Yes, I was told that a new student was going to be joining me. Hello, hello. I'm Urzatech Grosh. Welcome on in. We are here to help clean up, get things a little more organized for the classes. Did you get that warning about not spending too much time here?
I did. I didn't really understand it though.
Ah, yes. So this campus, is a little dangerous given the dividing and multiplying and all of the prepositional changes that you wouldn't want that necessarily to happen to your person. So my
Is it possible that there
recommendation,
might end up being 2 of me?
that is a potential. There's also the
Interesting.
possibility to only have 1/2 of you.
That is a fair thing to avoid.
Yes. I think I'm seeing lag on my camera, so I'm going to restart it.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
No
See
lag.
if that gets better. It
I don't
does
like
that
lag.
sometimes.
Lag.
Lag is an evil bitch.
It is. It is.
Yes, I am. Ah! It's my face. Is it working better? That's better. Okay. Yes, Urzadek Grosh, he says, I spend a lot of time mostly preparing specimens. I am a student wanting to really learn about more in the Witherbloom campus, but sometimes the specimens I need here tend to be the best because the Quandrix students are a bit more, let's say, organized, put together. Witherbloom's a little swampy. It's a little messy for me.
I can understand that.
So you do see he's got some things set up there, some test tubes and some files that he's going through. And so he asks you to please help grind up some of these things.
Sure.
Grind, 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 grind.
Can I keep some of the leftover stuff, like the remnants?
Oh, certainly, certainly. You are more welcome to keep
Yay.
those things. He talks about a lot about his experiences running the Fantastical Horticulture Club. He seems very
Yes.
interested in plants, and he starts giving you a little bit of
This is a
insight.
different picture than I mean.
Grind, 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 grind. Heck yeah. It gives you a little bit of insight on some different plants that are here available. So I will, I guess, take some time to take a look at what he's going to give you, because I did not prepare that.
That's okay.
But yeah, you're going to spend some time here today helping him clean up and get these things set up.
I'm totally gonna peek if there's any like left behind notes or something, like that the kids might have thrown away or just abandoned. I'm totally gonna peek at them and see if I understand any of the equations. I suspect I won't, but
So yeah, you can head over to the trash bins, and in the trash bins, you do see that there are some crumpled up papers in there. Oh, did we lose Squid?
Yeah, I think Squid froze. They're like,
There you
they're
are.
like,
Maybe?
Hi.
Hi.
I don't.
Oh, we lost you. Hold on. Boop. And a boop.
disappearing.
There we go. You're back.
I am back.
Sent to the shadow realm.
So you do
Back
see some
from the
scrumpled up
shadow realm.
papers. You were saying you were going to
Yes.
do what?
I was gonna look at them and see if I could read the equations, but clearly I accidentally wiped myself out of existence very briefly.
That'll happen.
Clearly,
Yeah.
you just snapped yourself like Thanos.
Mhm.
But I'm back.
But
was
now
fun.
you're back, and
You
you
divided squid by 0.
you did
Yep.
find some scribblings, but looking at it gave you a really big headache. So you might want to just crumple it up and, look into that later.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in my bag.
All right, so you're gonna take those notes. Beautiful. Okay. So next in the schedule, each of you are getting a little ping. It's a common time. It is time for the Dead Language Society to get together.
Aren't like all of us in the Dead Language
We
Society? I
are,
feel
because I
like.
switched over. I thought it would be more fun to be with everybody else. I did apologize to the students of faith, I'm sure.
So we're gonna
No, you probably did it.
That's true.
They're
We're
still
I am a
waiting
dick.
for you.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
they're still
use
waiting
this
for you.
map, and we're gonna use this room. I think this room seems fun, so we're gonna be over here. So let me figure out again who is joining you, because I think there's a lot of friends there.
Hmm.
So, Lorelei, as you're getting your ping, you also get a ping that Quintilius is going to be heading over to the Dead Languages Society, and instead of going with you, he seems to have some excuse that he needs to head by himself.
What was?
He seems a little miffed with you. You're not quite sure why.
Mm, I'm gonna message him and be like, "Is something wrong? Is this because of the frog fight earlier? I mean, you tried your best, and you helped take one of the frogs out. I thought you did a good job."
Oh, there's 2 Drasimirs here. That's weird. Hold on. Why is there 2 of you? Quintilius seems evasive and says, "Oh, well, I don't want to bog you down. I mean, I've kind of been, at your hip all day today from the beginning. And, I just don't want to, I don't want to knock your style. You know what I mean?"
Hmm. All right. Can I do a perception check to pick up on if that's sarcasm?
Yeah.
He's a dick.
He is. He is a dick. Perception. I got a 12.
You got a 12. He has been pretty nice so far
True.
in your experience. And you guys all did have a very traumatic experience at the library. And so maybe he's just trying to process that experience, you wonder.
Then I'm gonna message him back and be like, if you need any help, like processing your trauma from earlier, please let me know. You're not any kind of burden or problem. I totally love hanging out with you, and I see Evie's tail on our camera.
She just got in my lap.
Oh, she's like, it's my book. It's my book.
She wants to
She's
live.
like this. She's like, this my spot. She's
That's
like,
her
that's my
spot.
book. There, oh, she's your head, you happy kitty. Evie, meow meow.
I don't know if you can see her. She's over there.
I think at some point before the class started, Igor would have tried to check in on Stick and make sure he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least
He's
leave him a note.
probably in his room, like locked himself up in there, absolutely traumatized. Oh, Evie, she's such a
Yeah, poor
drama
guy.
queen.
But still, I would have at least left him a note or something.
Oh my god,
Aw.
look at her face. Look at her face on your screen. She looks so angry.
She's
She
so
looks
cute.
like she is like, what the hell is up with this shit?
She's looking at y'all too.
She is. She doesn't
She's
like
like, why are there people? Just
does-
on your stream, the way that's like,
She does not like us. The kitty does not like us.
She's
Well,
got that
she's sl-
RBF, but I promise she's sweet.
she does. Yeah, she does have massive, in Evie's defense, she does have massive RBF. She's very, very snuggly. as someone who had to have her for a few weeks.
That is true. I forgot about that.
I just want to get a nice clip of my cat running the session. It
Of course.
was funny. All right. Zoom in. Whoop, too far. There I am. Hello. Hi. I'm Affector. I stream. I do things. Okay.
Hi, Affector. I'm Dad.
Hi,
Hi,
Dad.
Factor. Hi, I'm Dad.
You got the milk? So, in the club, you do recognize a couple of the members here, obviously.
Bless you.
Each of you
Okay.
is there. Stick seems to message you guys that he's got some really bad food poisoning, and he's taking care of the little toads. You made a clip on your own. Stick is taking care of the frogs and keeping an eye on them just in case there's any more shenanigans to be had. And Korrig, that seems to make you feel a little more self-assured.
Oh, that's good.
Don't let them escape.
But you also see, not only is Quintilius a member of this club, Drasimir, the fellow who worked in the library, also is here. And Drasimir welcomes each of you. Welcome, welcome to our very first meeting of the Dead Languages Society. I am just so thrilled that each of you would be interested in joining us here. I mean, typically there's only a few folks who come, but this is the biggest turnout I think we've had in ages. Welcome on in, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
This cat is making eye contact with me. I see her. She's like,
Have you had contact with any frogs or mimics in the last recent time?
I did have contact with a frog, but that was specifically between my lips as I was eating one of those delicious sandwiches at brunch the other day.
Ah.
Then you are an ally
Oh, I'm so glad to
against the
think that.
frogs.
What's up with the frogs? Can somebody let me know what's going on with frogs?
some big frog. Some frogs got turned big at lunch, and the Korrig got swallowed by one.
I now have a deep hatred for frog kind. They are my mortal enemy, along
And
with
yet he
mimic.
is at an academy where I am sure
Frog Pond Academy.
where I'm sure the school mascot is a frog.
Of course.
Well, I hope a bullywog
maybe-
doesn't
Maybe
run
it's
into
just
you
a weird way
anytime
to
soon.
approach French people.
Will meet the business end of my mimic checker.
So he introduces y'all to the organization's mission. So, magic is important. Magic is important, but you know what's even more important than magic? How we write about it.
Killing frogs and mimics. Oh,
They
sorry.
say that the pen is much more mightier than the sword. And learning languages can really give you the edge over your enemies. Perhaps they have secrets written. Perhaps there's books that you need to decipher. We at the Dead Language Society, we really take some time to dive into the deep repository of tomes here in the university so that we can take those languages and translate them and really get to the bottom of some of the mysteries of our history.
I like the alliteration there.
Her ears perked up at mystery. I am sorry. There
Or
is
not-
cat
is
that
that
distracts
a
me, and I
list
love
where-
it.
I like rhyming. The mystery and history. Sorry, wrong word.
Yes, there is certainly a mystery. Every corner you turn, every page has a potential mystery, and I think each of you considering joining us will really get to discover that throughout the history of our time together. So he seems to get up on this little stage while he's going over the mission of this organization. And as he's talking, he starts moving in a very interesting fashion, almost like the words have become poetry within his body. And he seems to really be rallying each of you up, giving you a little pointer here, a little pointer there, giving you
Evie, don't go away. Evie, no.
inspiration. Here she is.
Yeah, she's looking like, okay, I'm done lying down here.
She might be. She's investigating the switch. Kitty cat. Is there a language any one of you are really wanting to learn about? Is there a tome, perhaps, you're trying to discover its secrets? Together, no mission is too hard.
Trying to think, what languages do I know? Because I know Infernal. I know Draconic, I know Common, Elvish, Infernal, Thieves' Cant.
Is there a particular culture you want to learn about? Is there a society, perhaps?
I
that
want to
you're trying
learn
study?
about the mermaids and the sex demons.
Mermaids and sex demons. Ooh. Do they have anything in common? Huh. I
They
never
drain
would have
people
crossed that.
dry.
They do drain them dry. Absolutely. Ooh. I will definitely be adding that to my list.
Exactly, Lana. Exactly. Drain 'em dry.
Quintilius pops out and he says, well, I think I want to learn a little bit more about the giant folk. The giant folk seem very mysterious to me, and I bet they've got some secrets that we could all benefit from if we could only translate their runes.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna in my
they're
head
big.
be like giant folk.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Giant
He's got a
folk?
size complex. It's okay.
Really?
Gnomes understand this.
Maybe he wants. Oh,
So me, yes, Lana.
Lana is one of those people who could give somebody the true death by snoo snoo.
Did not know this about Lana. Thank you.
She's an Amazoness. They do that. Watch Futurama and you will learn. The death by snoo snoo.
There you go.
Death by snoo snoo.
I want to learn about language in terms of mathematics. The correlation of mathematics and language really interests me, and I think there's a lot to be gained by analyzing languages mathematically and mathematics through linguistics, and then of course applying magic to all that.
You are right on to the money. Math is for sure its own language, and there's so much complexity to it. I think as a student of Quandrix, you will do well. That is certainly what their art is all about, is taking that language and turning it into physical form, manifest. Sometimes it can be difficult to get access to things on their campus. It can be a little tough. You can only spend so much time in the Taurus Hall, or else the properties of that place will maybe send you to a place you don't want to be. I've always thought about, instead of working in the Biblioplex, what it might be like to work in one of those labs. It'd be really
What up,
fascinating.
nerds?
Hey, Bussy.
Hello.
Igor, you did take that piece of paper with you, right?
I did.
You did. Okay. Are you gonna share that discovery?
Yeah, I will. Well, I can tell you that this was in something that the kids were working on in the classroom I just cleaned. I think we should be careful with it because the last time I read it, it gave me a really big splitting headache. But I think we can use it to comparative analyze things, and it might be helpful.
All right. Drasimir takes a look at the paper and opens it up, and he also has that, eye-crossing, cringy look, and he's like, ooh, that got me excited. I'm really interested in doing exactly that. We will add that
I
to
got him
our
excited.
list of projects for this trimester. Yes. And we already had an assignment given. The very own Koreg here was
That's
able
me.
to, render some secrets about the secret Bart sucks language that they use in the cafes. We have a great team ahead of us this year. I am super thrilled. I am pumped for this.
I want to know which language tastes the best.
Ooh, what language tastes the best? Which ones have you tasted so far?
I can't remember.
So
None of them really stood out.
we're gonna have to really help you categorize those flavors. Yes. Quintilius, you're noticing as Drasimir is interacting with you and you're all kind of hyped up about learning some languages and secrets. He's just kind of sitting back with his arms crossed, kind of annoyed.
Do the giant folks have math?
Well, I
Igor's very
mean,
interested in this.
there's
I-
so
I
many
bet-
kinds. I mean, there are hill giants that are just fools. They smell. But then there are giants from the sky, cloud giants. There are
I
giants.
wonder if their math is proportional to themselves. Like, do they work with larger scale in general, or do they just I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I wonder how their perspective affects the way that they process numbers and proportions and equations.
So the giants have quite a large caste system, and not all giant folk are made the same. Did we get you back, Lorelei?
Yeah, my
Okay.
monitors are going all sorts of screwy.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. It's easy to fix. It's just a quick.
Yeah, just want to make sure we could hear you.
Yeah. Oh, I could hear you guys the whole time.
That's good.
So Quintilius talks about the various flavors of giants, and the one that he's most interested in is the cloud giants. The cloud giants, he feels, are the superior giants because they are masters of magic. They have capabilities of transporting things through the air. They are very, very quick. They are very smart. They are very beautiful. They share in his values. That's the folk he thinks would have, the mysteries that would best benefit students here at the academy.
I wonder what the giants think their best of their number is.
Hmm.
Like, do they value the same traits that we would value in them?
Roll history for me,
I shall, as soon as I find my dice roller.
and anyone
Sorry.
can roll this if you'd like.
I rolled an 11, which means with my history, it would be 15.
15. Okay.
What was it we're rolling?
History.
History.
Korek
Okay.
rolled a 19.
19.
Nice. Well,
Of
you
course,
Koreg might
rolled a-
really have a lot of insight in how non-human or even non-humanoids.
I also
would be
actually
different.
got a 19.
So
I just rolled really high.
So Koreg, you did get little scraps of things here and there that you were going through in your village. And so for some reason, you do recall reading a tome about the ordning of the giants, which is what it's called when it comes to their hierarchical society. Igor, you remember a little bit, but Lorelei and Koreg, you guys really remember. Lorelei, maybe you took a class or, as part of your learning at the, prep school before you came here, that the ordning starts at the tippy top with the storm giants.
Ooh.
That they are the masters of all giant folk at this time.
That said, from the sound of it, if we were to make diplomatic overtures to the giants, it might be better to talk to the cloud giants first because they sound like they might be friendlier.
Yeah, the cloud giants are higher on the cast, but they are not the lords of giants. It is the storm giants that really, really shine.
Interesting.
Okay. All right, so let's have each of you, what do I want to have you do? Let's have each of you do an athletics check.
Oh dear.
So you are all given homework assignments, or not homework assignments,
16.
assignments here in the class. Each of you gets a piece of paper and a tome and are trying your best to translate and transcribe one language into another using the wispiness of your pens. So, Korek, you said 16?
Correct.
Okay.
19.
13. Igor, 19.
I am mighty.
You are
And
so quick and so fast, and you get that pen a whisking away on the paper that Drazimir really is impressed. And so you're going to get a +1 relationship point with Drazimir. Okay. All right. Anything else you guys would like to learn or discuss in this first day of the club?
Nope.
Nope. We good?
I think I'm good.
Okay. So each of you get a ping that your duties for the day are complete, but it is time to get ready to do your homework for the day.
Yeah. I want to do my homework.
Bleh.
Do you want to work on your homework at home, in the dorm? Do you want to do it at the library, at the cafe? Where would you like to do it together, on your own? How would you like to do your homework today?
I would like to do mine with Rubina at the cafe, of course, because and I will, of course, invite Quintilius and be like, Quintilius, would you like to come do homework with me and Rubina at the cafe?
I suppose I could come join you with that, yes. I mean, yeah, that would be great. That would be great, Lorelei. Yeah, let's go. Igor, Koreg?
Igor will ask if Korik is interested in doing homework together. They can work together.
Korg will accept.
Yay.
I love how he's like, Korag will accept and speaks in the third person.
Of course.
So we're going to roll our very first homework assignment. Hello, Easley. I hope we get your hot tub
Easley.
stream very soon.
Easley! Where is Easley? Why did I not see him?
If y'all don't know Easley,
There he is.
he's fantastic. And we're trying to get him a hot tub stream. I think he's at least 38% of the way towards that goal. So
Hashtag
Oh, that's so
Easley
nice.
Check out his
for
thread.
hot tub 2023. I hope you forget my hot tub is on
No.
Throne. Easley, we never will.
We never
we
will.
never will. Not till it's all the way funded. We never will.
So we're gonna do our first homework rolls. So the way
No.
this is gonna work, each class for the week, you're gonna have 2 homework assignments. So we're gonna deal with our first ones for today. So you had 2 classes you took. You all took your first General 101 class and your General 103. So we're gonna have you do your rolls for those classes. We're just gonna do our first homework for the week. Remember
Nice,
that
41%.
each of you
41%. Yes. Almost 50%. Yes.
That's amazing. Each of you have your student die that you can use
I feel like I need to go to Throne now.
that allows you to roll. Hold on a second.
Oh, Easily, I
Sad.
love your emotes, friend. I love your
Super
emotes.
sad.
Its Vivi emote is adorable. It's so cute.
That is so cute.
It is very cute.
All of Easley's emotes are. They're awesome.
Where are you? Losing my handouts, y'all.
no.
Gasp. No, you can't.
You
Get us
failed
out of
us once
homework for the
again.
day.
I failed my homework. There's just so many. That's not the one I
Excuse us
want.
from homework. It's day one. No one should have homework on day one.
It's true. The
Factor,
travesty.
homework be required.
No.
Homework is required. It is required. Yeah.
I still occasionally have dreams where I'm like, I feel there's a class I haven't been to all semester, and I've never done homework for it, and there was a final exam that I might have missed. I'm gonna fail, and then I wake up and realize I graduated college, 20 years ago. Oh, well, no, I started college. When did I start college? I started college 21 years ago, so clearly
So-
that's not an issue anymore.
So for each extracurricular you have 2 student dice per week that you can add to your homework rolls. So you want to make sure you use them wisely throughout the week. So what a student die does is it gives you a bonus +4 to your homework roll. And each of the classes you have give you something different. Thank you for the group hydrate, Easley. Appreciate that.
Okay. Oh wait. All right. Fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love how Bussy is like easily slave lay a costume in hot tub.
So to
I feel like the metal might be dangerous though, because you could sink.
Hot tubs aren't big enough for that.
All you need to do is slide, man.
to slide in.
Easley's gonna slide into the hot tub in his slave Leia cosplay.
Also, it might damage it. I don't know if the slave Leia costume's waterproof.
So for
I'm
G101,
trying to be on your side.
I feel I am distracted. No, Easley, you aren't. It's all a fun of the role play. It's just hot tub stream sounds amazing.
it is a
And
great
you're
idea.
like, and you're almost like Easley D&D character slave Leia. And you're almost at 50% funded, Easley. I think it's awesome.
Easily
you're
roll
nice.
for initiative. What would you get?
Yeah. Easley is nice and deserves nice things.
I got a 1.
Nice.
Oh dear.
You got a nat 20. Have those commies. Very good. Very good. You
That's
did get a
a
nat 20. You're a baller. Abby, you got an 18. Not bad.
Not as good as Easley's nat 20 there.
So Squid,
No,
if you
not
ever
bad.
need to roll a d20, you can in fact use that command to roll one.
The thing is, my computer does not like me having
The stream.
the
Yeah,
stage
that's what
open and your stream open at the same time. So I can't. I can look at the chat, but I can't actually access the chat because
Ah,
that would confuse my computer very much. And we
your
don't
poor
need to do that.
computer. Also,
Maybe
Plunge,
that's better.
congrats on that nat 20. Very nice.
Yeah, I could have used that when I was being eaten by a literal frog.
That's true.
You didn't die.
Hey, I got you out. You're welcome, by the way.
All right, so your homework for G101 is you need to roll either animal handling, nature, or survival.
Ooh.
And remember, you have your student die, right? So you can use up to 2 of them a week, which each gives you a +4. Lorelei, you have 2 student die in either Arcana or History. Koreg, you have 2 extracurriculars. So you have Athletics, History, or Arcana and History. You've got the 2 there for those as well. And Igor, you switched your class. So I need to switch your thing here. So
Yeah, sorry.
you also have, or your extracurriculars, you also have Arcana and History, which I
Okay.
think should be in your... I put it in one of the handouts, and I have so many handouts, I don't remember which one it is.
I'm not too worried. I'll save my die unless I roll really bad.
So I will let you use them as you roll, but the idea is that you're going to have these grades assigned. And depending on what the class is, you know, a passing grade is going to get you a reward. If you don't pass the class, you might have to do remedial coursework to make up for the work you've lost, which may impact your ability to participate in either extracurriculars or jobs, depending on circumstances. Just throwing that out there. So you do want to pass your tests and your
I
classes.
almost died today. I think I'll be okay.
So for G101, the skills are going to be animal handling, nature, or survival, dealer's choice.
Nature is by far the best for me.
And for G103, it's going to be arcana, wisdom, or insight. I believe, if I remember, Igor, you still have DM inspiration from last session.
Oh, cool.
So don't forget you've got that, so you can roll 2. And Lorelei, you have a bonus D4 to your homework in G103 because you were paying attention. Someone is paying attention in G101, but I don't.
That was me. I have it noted down that I have a one
Okay.
homework D4 from last session. So
Okay, so you have that in G101. I just couldn't remember who it was that had that benefit.
Yep.
So
I feel like 2 people did. I feel like Obsessive might have too.
it might have been obsessive, yeah, but that's the role.
Oh no, I think 2 people got it because I think both of you rolled high.
Yeah, something like.
So I'm going to write down that Stick has it as well. Okay. In G101. So without further ado, let's get your homework rolls. Lorelei, let's have you go first for G101, animal
Squid is
handling,
frozen.
nature.
No, I'm
Okay, Squid's
Frozen
back.
squid.
Animal handling, nature, or survival, dealer's choice.
I'm using nature and I got a 16.
A 16. Okay. And in G103, arcana, wisdom, insight. And you get a bonus D4 or a bonus +4 automatically, or a D4 automatically to that. Because you were paying attention in class. Oh, let me fix you, Squid.
22 total.
22. Okay.
nice.
Oops, put that in the
I
wrong
have a
spot.
strong bit in Arcana there.
Okay. Korek, it is your turn. So for G101, animal handling, nature, and survival, your choice.
I got a 15.
And did you do your D4 for your
Yes.
paying attention? So 15 total. Perfect. And for G103, arcana, wisdom, or insight.
Gonna be arcana.
We are not a
That's
wise
gonna
bunch.
be 23.
Ooh,
You said
very
23?
nice. Well done.
So so I rolled a 15.
Uh-huh.
I added a +2 for my D4.
So
and,
17.
And then I have a +2 in arcana, so 19. Sorry.
19. Beautiful. Very good. Very good.
Nice.
Okay. And Igor,
Okay.
you do have that bonus die, I believe, right? No. You just have inspiration. You have inspiration. That's right. Okay.
So I'm gonna go with nature for the first class because it's the only one of those skills I've got with. Ooh, I rolled a 20.
And that's 20. Do you have a bonus to that?
Oh yeah, for nature it'd be 26.
26. Wow. You
I
were
rocked my assignment.
really doing that
Nice.
assignment. Yeah. And your other class is Arcana, Wisdom, or Insight.
Arcana.
Arcana? Okay.
And I rolled a 13, so that would be 19.
19 total. Beautiful.
Igor's a nerd. He's good at homework apparently.
All right. You guys are
Unsurprisingly.
rocking this homework stuff. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So I'm going to leave Sticks here so I don't forget he has that bonus for G101 to get his D4 going. D4. Nobody used their student die, is that right? I don't think anybody did.
Nope.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So again, we will do 2 of those rolls per week for each class. So I just wanted to do that today just to kind of demonstrate what that looks like. And then at the end of the trimester, we will have a grade once you finish any labs or exams that are affiliated with those courses. Okay.
This is gonna give me weird school related nightmares again.
But that's why you have to, slowly work on building your bonuses through different strategies, making friends, doing the things that you're doing in extracurriculars, stealing things. I don't know, whatever gets you your grade, right? It doesn't matter. Okay. Perfect. All right. So I think we're going to call it there for the evening.
Aw.
So
Sounds
just as a heads up, I am on vacation all of next week, so we will not have the next episode of the Frog Pond Academy until April 12th. Will be the next time we get together for our D&D stream. Just letting y'all know. Let me get to my outro here. Where do you live, outro?
What easily? What I do easily? I didn't do anything.
Emmy, what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
I don't believe it.
I
don't
just
think
told
any of us
Easley
believe that.
I have poster board and pretty markers.
Oh. All right. So one of the things
Oh,
we
but
like to
it's
do
harmless,
as
but
we're
right now it is.
one of the things we like to do as we're wrapping up stream is we like to do our stars and any wishes we might have. Evidently, we know a wish that Easley has for Emmy to stop.
Whatever it is Emmy is doing.
I don't know what she's doing, but
I am supporting Easley because, like I said, he's a nice person and deserves nice things. And a hot tub is one of those things. It's just an added benefit. There would be a hot tub stream.
Pardon me.
But people who know Easley, he's a good person and he's just really chill. And like I said, deserves nice things. So
Yes.
Easley, you deserve nice things.
We will not argue with you.
All right, a star for me tonight is the interactions y'all had with my NPCs. Y'all faced near death and, you got through
Yeah, not
it.
dying is a pretty big star for me.
Yeah, not dying is a great star. I got really nervous when my NPC students started getting really poor rolls. I'm like, oh no. They start taking death saving throws. I'm like, it was not my intention to murder you at level 1. But it does remind me, one of those wishes about Dungeons and Dragons in particular, it notoriously wipes you out at level 1. It really does as a system. Yeah. It does. Any other stars, y'all? Emmy, do you have any stars for our session tonight?
I like now that we've actually done like the homework system that we're supposed to do. Like it seems really, it seems simple to begin with, but it's really simple. And just because I was a little stressed about how am I going to be able to get all my freaking homework done? But this makes it a lot easier and a lot better.
Yeah, I wish real life homework were that easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're definitely probably
then
not
again,
gonna...
what if you rolled a 1?
We're probably not going to run every single day for the entire trimester. I think as we're just kind of figuring out how things go.
Just kind of skip through, yeah.
We might do it more on like a weekly basis and just get our rolls once we get ourselves established, but we're just kind of, getting familiar with the setting. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do like a montage.
Easily rolled a 3. Wah, wah.
Do like a montage between the weeks of classes.
Yeah. And obviously there will be adventures in between. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot I made that command.
What command?
If you just do a carrot, it just does that.
That's funny. I love that.
I forgot that existed.
That was good.
It's awesome.
I wish for Obsessive to have a swift recovery and Squid as
too.
well.
We
Since
do
I
miss
can tell
Stick.
you're still not doing great.
Aw, thank you.
We do miss them. We do miss them.
We miss Stick so much.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely a change
Would've
in
been-
the energy
Would have been
level.
nice to have him in that fight.
Oh yeah.
Unless he would have abandoned you all because, trauma.
Maybe he would have. Yeah, maybe that would have been in character too.
You never know. You never know.
If I hadn't got
Okay.
unconscious, I was just going to teleport to the door.
Squid, do you have any stars or wishes you'd like to share with us?
I had a lot of fun. Well, actually, I really liked the little language section that we had, and I like the classes. I like that we get to be a little goofy and interact with our teachers in funny ways, and the poor NPCs and their love of giants for weird reasons. That's all fun. I really like that.
Yeah, it's been really, really interesting to start to work on that. And so we're starting to now see the relationship mechanics, right? We're starting to dole out some points for relationships to build or, enemies to be gained. That's happening equally as well.
Very
I don't think
Stardew Valley.
Quintilius likes us.
I'm
or
loving
Quintilius.
seeing how that plays out.
My only wish for next session is I really missed Obsessive tonight. And Obsessive brings a lot of life, I think, to our group. I mean, we all do, but Obsessive really goes over the top with his character in the best ways. And I feel bad that he's sick, and I'm
Carries
kinda,
the show.
yeah, he's main character material. And that's definitely
the angst
something.
and
he's-
drama. The
it-
rest of us are comic relief.
Yeah, it definitely feels like there's a void there without him, and so that is definitely my wish for next time, is that he's well enough to come back.
I'm sure, within a couple of weeks, he will be good to go. Like a Taco Bell
Yeah.
Crunchwrap Supreme. Okay. All right, y'all, this was fun. Quick announcement, because I didn't have a chance to even say that. I joined the Treppies. That happened.
Yay.
Congratulations.
I am officially a Treppy now, which is exciting, which I'm really happy about. So just wanted to say that. I'm going to just quickly put up my schedule here because it's my show. It's my show. Easley also joined the Treppies, I believe, this week. Awesome,
Mhm.
Easley.
He did.
Which is really exciting. So I will be back tomorrow doing my Chrono Cross stream. I'm working on playing through all of the things. Hello, Raph. Welcome in. And
Hi, Raph!
Hi.
Friday is Final Fantasy Friday, but I'm going to be talking a little bit. We're going to do a little PowerPoint stream to get started to chat about trans youth and what the heck is going on in the country and just giving some information about some things and some resources. I think it's important we have a discussion because it is National Transgender Visibility Day on Friday.
Mhm.
I'm going to do like the tiniest mini charity, I think. I've got to think about how I want that to work. So keep your eyes out for that. I'll put up more details on socials then.
Friday, what time?
Very cool.
11 a.m. Eastern.
Oh, I'm
Next
stuck at
Friday?
work. I'm not going to be able to see it, but
This Friday.
But if
Okay.
you're doing the charity thing, drop me a link and maybe I
it's-
can donate.
It's going to be more than a one-day thing. It's probably going to be for a month or so,
Oh,
where I
cool.
just kind of throw
Oh,
it up
cool.
there casually. But
Okay.
yeah, I thought it would be good to just raise some information about the cause, and maybe I will match donations if they come up, depending on how
Oh, yeah.
that goes. I also thought about throwing in, if I get enough donations, maybe I'll Fantasia my character into a Lalafell for a particular period of time.
That's awesome.
That would be
That
an
would be
awful punishment for
awesome.
me.
Do you know what trans organizations you would go with? Because I know Good Trans Girl. I think she has different trans organizations that she donates her money to and stuff.
There's two that I had in mind. One being the Trevor Project, because I think they do a really amazing job. The other one is a Trans Lifeline, which is a trans-run similar service. Lalafell is not a punishment. Well,
For a bun it is.
if I can't be my bun boy, it sure is a punishment. I like my bun boy. Before we get our raid started, I do have an idea of where we're going to go. Does anyone have anything else they want to plug?
So Friday, I'm probably gonna, continue 10-2, and then Saturday during the day, I have my Final Fantasy 14 MSQ stream, and then Monday we start Xenoblade this week because earlier I got my capture card, tested my Switch on stream, and it went very smoothly. So we're good to go for starting Xenoblade on
Whoop,
Monday.
whoop, whoop.
Nice.
I will plug that, like Emmy, though not coincidentally, I did get a capture card, so I might actually play something other than Neverwinter Nights at some point in the future.
Excellent.
There, possibly, but I'm still going to primarily play Neverwinter Nights because it's fun.
I'm still doing N64 Shuffler and Free Space. Soon should be doing Ultima 7 though.
Oh, did I
Sweet.
win?
Did that
you
win?
haven't. It's not closed yet, but it's winning, and you know, that's what's winning. But
Everybody vote
See.
Cuphead to make Plunge suffer, please.
Oh no.
oh, you watch me. I'll one shot every boss.
There you go.
So tonight we are raiding out to someone new I met. Last week when I raided, I was lurking in some D&D tabletop stream, and I ended up finding a streamer named Joe Venom. So we'll do a quick shout out for him. And so him and his group were literally doing a Strixhaven module. Oops, that's not what I
nice.
want. Clip shout out.
Oh, well, we got to be careful not to spoil ourselves.
They've changed now. Now they're doing something different that is entirely homebrew that they've created that is based off of a setting. So they're doing something very similar to what we're doing. So I thought that would be a really cool connection for us to
Nice.
raid over to Joe Venom and his crew. They're doing session 1 tonight.
Woo!
Very cool.
Love meeting new tabletop folks. So that's where we're going to go raid to.
If you get below a 15, sorry, if you get below an 8, you've been knocked prone.
Woo, 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 woo.
Gotcha.
New friends, new friends,
play
new
by your
friends. I
games.
love
No,
new
no,
friends.
it's great. I
New
love
friends are
it.
fun.
It's like
Yes,
making
new
that
friends
money
are always
football
fun.
pass.
Yeah. So if you get if it doesn't get either, then
So
fine,
it's-
whatever. Yeah. So you're trying to chuck her out the window.
Oh
fine.
yeah.
Printing those raid messages. Thank you, Easily. Can't wait to see Hot Tub Stream 2023. Feel free to pick one of those messages to copy. If you're a follower, you can use that top message. If you want to use the bottom message, if you're a subscriber, you can do that, or just make up your own. It's your show now because ours is ending. So feel free to do that. Yeah. Any other last thoughts, y'all?
Bye everyone. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Easily for Hot Tub Stream 2023.
In the Princess Leia slave outfit. Bye.
Let's
Follow Obsessive Repulsive.
Yeah, follow Obsessive Repulsive.
Let's do a quick shout out for Obsessive Repulsive. There we go. There's our shouty. Everyone's favorite daddy.
Bye.
Obsessive.
Poor
We love
Obsessive.
him. All right, y'all. Have a good night. I don't know if I can click this
Bye.
raid because this is in my way. You all. All right. It's going. Perfect. Bye. Not the crying BB.
Aw, poor baby.